you saw it. Yo, check Discord. Yeah, this was like literally a textbook Asia whipsaw for us. Like it follows the exact like picture pattern that was shown to us on the calls, which is kind of funny. This is what we would consider, I believe it was a scenario 2. Asia midline. Let me find my whipsaw stuff really fast. I really gotta type up all my notes and like get them. I'm gonna rewatch all the calls this upcoming week and like type up really good notes. And that way you guys have them.
Gotcha.
So it's a structure, tactical approach, movement, SWOT analysis, habit stuff. That's the types that we're carrying. Testing, structure. This is day 2. I think whipsaws are day 3. Confluence list. Hey, listen to the confluences we have. Asia build up liquidity inducements, build up mitigation, lit cycle for identifying LQ and cycles, inducements, break structures, lit cycle for build up inducement mitigation, intraday traps, timing windows, daily cycles, market structure, efficiency pullbacks, decisionals. Plus all the entry helpers.
Jesus Christ.
It's like when we take a trivia, like 15 fucking confluences for it. Like those New York Cups. I'm trying to find a whipsaw stuff so I can like literally.
Yeah, I didn't even trade London last night. I was like, dude, this is fucked.
Oh, it was so fun, bro. We all fucking like we got it because I host a call every night.
Yeah.
For like the guys in that are because like they already gave me a decently high rank because there's one person with a higher rank in the Discord than me.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, you've got like tons of experience and like I called on like pretty fucking fast. I'm just like already taking all these trades. So they just gave me a higher rank. So now it's like I host a call with the guy who's a rank higher than me, and then we let all the people who are like under us join, and then we all just do like live trading.
Damn. Yeah, I saw that you had made blue belt already, so that's fucking awesome.
I did that after like the second weekend. They presented it live on the call to me.
That's awesome.
In front of everyone, it was so weird. I didn't know it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it was like, a special surprise. It was like so one guy's just been like going fucking ham in there.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him blue belt. And then Reem was like, and of course, we can't forget we have a legend amongst our ranks.
It's funny.
That he gave me blue belt. And they're sending me like a fucking cup. It's like basically says like I drink retail tears or something like that on it. It's like
it's
a cup they use in the meme for the calls. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I guess nobody actually has one of these cups yet. So, and they're like sending me one.
That's funny.
It was the first cup they gave out. I was like, that's funny. Here you go, Asia whipsaw. So this would have been I believe it's a theme 2. Yeah, this is literally a theme 2 whipsaw. So I'll kind of hold on. Let me pull up my theme 2 whipsaw. I think it was. And I know Reem just posted this too. In general, we're in the blue belt section. Where is it? It's today. Oh, that would have been.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? So I wanted to cover Sterling for you guys yesterday. So this is literally a like textbook. For us, it's textbook Asia whipsaw. It's theme 2, case 2. So I will. I don't want to like screenshot this from the Discord because I don't know if they have something that tells them or notifies them on screenshots. So I'll just take a picture of it and I'll text it in the Discord group really fast. Hey guys, make sure this does not leave our Discord group.
Yeah, for sure. Nothing, anything that you post in there it's staying between us.
Group.
I'm done with pretty much everybody, dude.
So I just sent it in the chat for you guys. So like literally look at that. That's literally Sterling's price action. And you can see like for us, that was a perfect typical case 2 Asia whipsaw. And we knew it was an Asia whipsaw before London even opened.
What the fuck?
So like that's the GU price action on the left. That's what we would consider case 2 whipsaw on the right. Do you guys see how it's literally picture perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like all of this stuff, when like yesterday, I doubt you guys, like no offense to you, this is not to hate, because me, even before I did this, if I saw GU's price action yesterday, I'd want to fucking murder myself.
Yeah, I didn't even trade because of it.
So if you guys were trading sterling, I don't know if Euro did whipsaws.
Euro fucking consolidated Euro like a motherfucker.
Yeah, so I could show you the how you would have traded Euro yesterday too. But this is sterling, right? So you can see like it's a literally picture perfect whipsaw for us. So I can kind of show you guys like this is more or less like where I would start my breakdown. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm just identifying liquidity in the market, right? So one, there's liquidity to be taken down here. There was liquidity already taken here that we took again during Asia. There's obviously liquidity here. This is coincides with Asia midline, so there's liquidity to be taken right here. And then obviously there's Asia high liquidity here to be taken, right? Because just think like retail traders, like first and foremost, you have the breakout traders at Asia range, right? So all those guys are going to have stops here and here. Like that's just the easiest way to kind of like show that to you, right?
Yeah.
And then anybody who's continued shorts would have stops here. And then anybody who is taking longs on this mitigation is attempting, or any longs in this mitigation series would have stops slightly under here, right? So that's the first thing we do is identify liquidity. Then it's identifying like the SMT, where like the phantom guys that take trades. Now, here's what I will say is we all had this as an SMT. This actually turns out to be an AOI. So that's fine. Like we don't, like sometimes SMTs play, because if it doesn't play, then obviously the phantom guys would never trade.
Yeah.
Right. Because if their strategy doesn't give them some wins, then they have no reason to risk money. Right.
Yeah. AOI is like area of imbalance, right?
Area of interest. So an area of interest will follow an imbalance.
Okay.
We don't care about anything that doesn't have to do with an imbalance. If there's no imbalance in price, we don't give a shit. I wouldn't care to look at it. So this is the first thing I'm doing, right? So now we're coming, this is the first candle out of Asia, right? So immediately what I'm doing is I'm finding my low, and I'm just putting this here, right? So I can find the low, and I can find the high of Asia, because these would be considered minor inducements in price. Now, all that means is it would induce breakout traders long and induce breakout traders short. That's it, right?
Yeah.
So now we're coming in. So now we can see what. So the first thing I need to do is I need to actually start the markup. So immediately we have channeling low during Asia, right? So channel low, this builds a short profile for the entirety of the day. Here is a break to structure, right? BOS, which makes this where SMT phantom guys would look to get in. This also makes where phantom guys would look to get in. Also where phantom guys would look to get in, right? John?
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
This is where they're looking at like, okay, that was the decisional that had the breaker structure. For us, this is a trap. Like cleanly put. Why? Because I already know that overall
it's gonna go higher.
It's bullish on the 1 hour and the 15 minute. It's bearish on the 4 hour, but it has to travel higher into the 4 hour decisional, and more or less than the 4 hour decisional, it has liquidity here to take, right? Okay. So now we can go to the 1 minute. I usually just stay on the 1 minute and do all my analysis on the 1 minute, because it just lets me keep my chart clean. So there's my buildup. There's my buildup, or my false channeling long, just to bring us to midline point to kind of get traders going. Okay, we're going long, or we're going short. Now we can see what happens. We have the inducement of the Asia lows. You can see the immediate vectoring we get coming out. And then what do we have here? So right here we have a little buildup. Here's that first test into what we would assume is an SMT, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see price quickly moving away from it. There's smart money trap turned into an FFS. That stands for fuck's sake, because that's what the phantom guys are yelling when their orders get triggered and blown through immediately. Right, but at this point we've induced traders to go short in the market. So now what are we doing? We're having a false buildup long. Right, so there's a buildup long. Still not in London at this point. And now what have we done? Now we've taken and induced the highs of Asia, right? So at this point in time, we're going, okay, we've taken the low and we've rapidly induced the highs, right?
Yeah.
This makes it an Asia whipsaw immediately for us. Now we all can go into the market. We know this is an Asia whipsaw. We like this is
like long is gonna just keep rallying up. It's not.
Nope. So that's not what that means. So what that means is now this high becomes liquidity to take.
Okay.
And that low also becomes liquidity to take. Why? Because it's a whipsaw. So we know that the whipsaw is going to provide no opportunity for retail to get into this market, which means this high and this low are both going to get taken.
Okay.
That's basically what's happening to gold the entire week.
So notice what just happened.
Takes the high, the
build up. My build up. I have my vectoring for my inducement high. And now we're getting into London. And at this point in time, you can now classify this as Asia whipsaw. This is theme 2, case 2. Well, I don't know it's going to be theme 2 or case 2. I just know it's going to be an Asia whipsaw at this point, right? As price develops, I can then put together what theme and what case it'll be.
Gotcha.
But at this point in time, I now know why, because the characteristics of a whipsaw, right? So low of Asia was liquidated, was induced. High of Asia rapidly induced pre-London.
Gotcha.
Right? And so now we've induced the highs of Asia. We haven't really tested any liquidity here. That's fine. If you wanted to, you could absolutely trade this. So here you are building more or less an equal high, which tells me later that that's going to get induced. So that's now new liquidity to be taken. So there's an inducement. This isn't, I'm sorry, it shouldn't be liquidity. Inducement. My internal BOS. Sorry. Trying to find a clean candle pick. It's not really like anything too clean. You could take this just purely based off the BOS and the 1 minute mitigation. Your target immediately, lower level liquidity. Now right here,
stack.
This didn't actually test on my broker. It showed it tested. So this is a trade that I'd taken yesterday. I didn't take this original short. I took this short here.
Mm.
This is also a 1 minute let. So, all right, it was a 5 minute let. It was a 1 minute EVM. It was a 1 minute EVM. It was a 1 minute let. So that's a 1 minute let. So we've more or less tested the equilibrium and ran off of it. So right here, there's and this was also a 1 minute let up here on this test. This is 1 minute let, some mitigation, and there's also a cycle in here. So if you want to look at the cycle, you can look at the cycle. There's a buildup, inducement, mitigation, push off. Okay, back to PA. I think there's actually another trade you could have taken here because you do get the BOS there. I believe this gets hit at break even though. No, it didn't. I lied. Okay, so there's another one you can take right there. This one is a I don't think it was any confirmation on the entry helper. This one's also just a 1 minute area of interest that you could take. Same thing. Right, so immediately though, like what did we just identify? Right, so just on the one.
But you're not taking the.
No, I took this and this.
For 50%, you're just waiting for whatever type you got on that zone.
I don't give a shit about 50%.
Okay.
The 50% thing's bullshit, by the way. Just to let you guys know. It has nothing to do with 50% taps. What you guys have is a 50% tap on a 5 minute is more than likely just a 1 minute extreme. Because realistically, all price has to do is fill the imbalance and test the mitigation point. All it has to do is deliver fair price. It doesn't have to test halfway through the mitigation point. It just has to fill the imbalance. When you fill the imbalance, you'll test the mitigation point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one, and now you know you have equal highs, and these equal highs become liquidity to take.
Yeah, so now you know it's going to flip and go all the way back up again.
Right, and so at this point, now you have...
Because you took the liquidity on the bottom already.
Right, so at this point, now you've got, okay, there's your buildup, your inducement, BOS, your mitigation of the inducement. So let's just say you take this anywhere in that series, stops slightly above the high, take profit. You're going for minimum is the inducement of this liquidity. So you say 30 odd pips. The second trade you can take right here. This one goes like this. And then the third trade you can scale in, it's right here. Simple enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, because at this point, your target should be liquidity, right? So should be targeted in Asia whipsaw scenario. have to take a picture of this because I'm doing this for homework. Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
So you wait for the entire Asia move to start marking things up.
Yeah, we don't trade Asia. And I noticed Martel said something about, I'm not trading Asia anymore. Martel doesn't know shit. I'm telling you guys right now, whatever they found has nothing to do with this. They will never find this information out there because this is the most protected information I've ever seen in my entire life. They might find guys who trade similar to this, but they'll never find anybody who trades like Rain.
Oh, you saw his story yesterday and how he supposedly taught 10 people too?
No, I didn't care. I didn't see it or care. I'm happy Martel's making his broke man money. What Martel made teaching 10 people for 10 hours, I make in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Fuck Martel.
Fucking piece of shit.
Martel's the fakest and the worst trader I've ever met in my entire life. I've never seen somebody lose more trades consistently and get more pissed at the market for losing trades when obviously he was in the wrong direction with every position I've ever seen him take, ever.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So right here, you also have build up. You induce this high. Mitigate, push off. Okay, those scenario trades, easy, done. Do we see how that was done? How literally dead simple this was?
Yeah. Makes sense.
And then this right here was an SMT. That's what they would have seen as their decisional. That's an SMT. So I can look for the SMT to get induced and then mitigate and then push off. Okay, super simple, super easy. There was actually an EDM or something here that I'm missing, but I don't know where. I thought there was. Maybe it was all just 1 minute lets. Unless there's a 5-minute EDM. No, it was all just 1 minute lets. Okay, whatever, regardless. Okay, cool. Now at this point, we've targeted liquidity. So I can look for what?
Long.
I can look for the overall cycle. Mm-hmm. Right. So what was the overall cycle?
It's long, right?
My overall cycle was build up.
Yeah.
Inducement with speed. I'm happy Martel taught 10 people yesterday. While Martel's busy teaching me, I'm busy cashing $100 days. So there's my build up.
It's like the time that we waste teaching and trying to help people, we just not actually.
No, I'm looking. I should do this instead.
That's why I'm stopping sending signal because I'm losing money looking and sending signal than just taking the trades myself.
Yeah. So now we have the overall.
I'm gonna look it up and I can't manage a fucking trade.
So now what do we have? We have the overall buildup, inducement with speed, into liquidity to take out liquidity. So now we've induced liquidity. That's another minor inducement. In addition, now we're testing into this 5-minute AOI. Take profits have been hit on the longs. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. And then
for longs, you only gonna target that first liquidity, or you target the second one?
No, you just target this lower liquidity right here. These lows.
I mean, like if you flip long, you would target this.
Well, now,
here.
Yeah. So now I can target
the higher
this
one.
as a target one. Right. I can target the higher liquidities if I want to hold the trade, but if you want your confirmed easy trade, like you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So now we have the push in. Now we're starting to push out. So you can take this. I mean, it's up to you if you want to take this trade. I personally wouldn't have caught this immediate long, but I would have been able to catch it on the. I'll show you. So there, that's what I would be looking to catch. So now I've got. I would wait for my cycle. So now I have my buildup, my inducement. To induce these lows. And now if I wanted to, I could wait for an internal BOS. or I could take it just off the inducement. If you want the safer bet, you just wait for that BOS, and that's why, right? So now we have our longer buildup. We've induced the low once. Now we induce the low twice.
But then your BOS comes down to here or no? Yeah, that's what it is.
There I have my BOS.
And then you take the trade here again. Fuck, that's fucking simple. You target all the way up, stops right below that. Target the top, like right at the liquidity. Fuck, 115.
Yeah, to the first target, or I can target.
Yeah, or you can target all the way up to the higher
second liquidity, third liquidity.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say, for sake of argument, we're going first liquidity, right? Because I know that this high needs to then be.
Yeah, you gotta clear that
reduced.
liquidity.
Yeah, so now I can go DD. Should be targeted.
Yeah, New York should
be
clear that out.
Scenario. This will happen before New York. And now I also have, let's just cover the confirmations I have here for longs. So I have a internal
Wicked structure.
BOS. I have a buildup. I have an inducement. I have a mitigation of the inducement. I have MM1, which is a timing confluence.
Action the way or something.
I have, hold on. I have a 5-minute EDM.
5 minute AOI, no?
No, it's EDM. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Oh my god, can I get this to fucking just fuck off?
What the heck is those?
Yeah, it's an EDM. This is our entry. I'll show it to you guys at a later time. There's a 5-minute EDM. Sorry, I'm doing this while I do my homework. I figured this is like the perfect thing, is I can do all my homework while explaining these charts to you guys.
Yeah, no worries.
And also, while I'm explaining these and talking out loud, it helps me anyways.
EDM.
So then you have, yeah, it's an equilibrium. The fuck, what's that word? Shit, I'm forgetting the word. Just, I'll tell you in a second. EDM is a motherfucker. It's a equilibrium of divergent mitigation. That's what that means.
But that's on the, what's it called?
It's on the entry helper. Don't even, you really don't. This is the last confirmation we use. Right, so then you have that. Now we've done what here? We're starting to build liquidity. Just keep that in mind.
What do you mean is building liquidity because of all of those taps?
Yeah. Now we're just building intraday liquidity here. Mm-hmm. You see how that was easily done?
It broke all the way up. Yeah.
Yeah. So when everybody in the market was probably short from this cycle, and we're all long, after the shorts and we saw that, we were all fucking on the call. We were just like, holy shit, let's fucking go. Because that was an easy, like, 16R. That was just murdered for us. Like, easy. Okay.
So if price break below that liquidity zone, you just jump out of the trade.
No.
Right? If you break slow,
no, that'd be great. It'd be great if it broke below. I'd take another position.
Like if that candle here come lower than this,
yeah, I would take another position.
Stack another entry.
yeah, yeah, because I have an inducement of liquidity.
Okay.
Okay, so that one's done, right?
Yeah.
And now I have new liquidity formed here.
Mm-hmm. And liquidity down there.
Sorry, I keep getting messages in Discord. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I have liquidity here, right? But there's two things I can consider. Is I know that this is Asia Whipsaw, and I know the kind of scenario that I'd be playing. So now it's fuck my life. What did I just? Sorry. Right, and so now I kind of understand the scenario that I'm playing. So now I have a huge push up. I can understand that there's liquidity being built here. So this more than likely should get taken out. However, I know that it's not going to, because that would provide a good opportunity for retail, right? This would be amazing if this got induced. I don't think it actually does get induced. It might get induced. I don't remember if it does. I don't think it does. But regardless, right? So now I built more liquidity up top. I have price building low. Right. You could take the shorts here if you wanted to. I wouldn't have recommended it personally, just because you want to be playing a pro trend scenario day. Anyways, this is a trade that you could look to take long. Now, at this very moment in time, you don't really have a timing confluence. The timing confluence comes in at 12:30. So this isn't this is a trade. If you wanted to take it, you could.
The day trade kind of thing.
Right. So there's my timing confluence. So this is where I would actually look to take my trade. Is right here.
12:30 is magic minutes, cup trades.
No, it's not a cup trade. It's just a manipulation point.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't worry about that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. None of that stuff actually matters.
Gotcha.
Because you could have taken this and then you could have taken this, right? So it's like none of it actually matters. So now what do I have? I have another mini cycle. I have my buildup.
Wait on the BOS.
Don't even need to wait on the BOS. Could have just taken that right there. Okay, now let's cover my reasons for taking this, right? So first I have a buildup. So buildup, push in, push out, right? So immediately I have a buildup, I have an inducement, I've trapped short, right? So where is the trap short? Trap short's here because they all see this is reaction to 136 psych. 136 psych. Retail. I have 1 minute area of interest. I can go to my entry helper, see if I have anything here. I think there's a 5 minute medium. So this was, if I'm not mistaken, it's a higher low, but a lower low here. So there's a 1 or a 5 minute EDM. Son of a bitch.
Oh shit. Look at the whole thing.
Where was I?
Right there, yeah.
You guys will obviously know how this plays out now, but yeah. I have my EDM point. Oh, fuck my life, bro. Why can I not get command and space like separated? For the fucking magnet mode, I keep hitting space on accident. Command. There we go. Command. Okay.
That's the EDM thing.
Yeah. Oh wait, I need to take a screenshot of this.
So it's just a confluence, low to high, high to low.
Yeah, it's just a confluence switch. 5 minutes
Almost like what's it called? Almost like MACD.
No. This is I couldn't tell you what these are. These were coded specifically by JP. He's the guy that makes all the algos for this, for their trading. So you can target. Target on intraday, LQD, can target prior a mid, I don't know, LQD. Action save. Some Drake. Okay, cool. Let me go back to the 1 minute. Oh shit. This should be a much tighter stop. Since I know this liquidity has to get taken out, I can actually target slightly higher than that motherfucker. 30 pips. I think this is a trade we all took last night too.
Damn. And you took like what, 5 trades away, and that's just some between London and New York?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you could have taken this one on the inducement. I'm not that ballsy, so I would have taken 1, 2, 3. Then you could have taken the long one to here, and then you would have taken. You could have taken this one if you were ballsy enough, but otherwise you could just waited for the pullback from the cycle, so that your build up inducement, and now you've got trap shorts, 1 minute AOI, 5 minute EDM.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You could have taken, So then you have that one, right? And then I think this one actually runs even higher. So let me actually just
But
take my
fucking way
screenshot.
down, we were counting one session.
Oh, we made $100 last night.
Wow.
Like that's why I don't like fuck Martel. Like I'm making $100 a day right now. I don't really care about Martel. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like just by looking at the fucking, you know.
So now you've got
goals that you got is like fucking 100% already.
Build up.
Has Brandon ever said anything or no?
Nope. so now we're coming into New York finally, right? So now we have there was a buildup here.
Wait, that was only London?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying, man.
God
That's
damn it.
That's 5 trades in one session.
Jesus.
That's insane.
Wow, what the fuck? Sorry, I was thinking that was London and New York. Wow, okay.
No, that's only London. That's why I'm telling you. I'm like, fuck, that's 5 trades, and that's only London.
Jesus. On one pair.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck, dude.
So I can grab this, an AOI. Okay, so now we're coming into New York trap time. So let me identify what I have. So I've got, now the hour prior to New York usually runs in the wrong direction. That's why we call it the New York trap.
Yeah.
So you can see that, like, this is our buildup. All right, so this is buildup. This is pre-NY trap. Running false direction. Here's a mini buildup. In addition, this is formulated liquidity for me to grab next. So you guys already know what we're gonna do. Actually, I don't even really like this AOI.
What about the other one? Because isn't there a minor imbalance there? Or no?
Not really. It's fairly delivered price, more or less. Yeah, I mean, we could just go to the 5 minute and find, I'm sure, a really easy, nice one. But I mean, we don't even need to yet. I'll just play it out. So there's your buildup. There's your secondary buildup. This is your inducement low. There is, you can see there's not really clean AOI, but where you can take
this from. We kind of retested the previous one right here.
Right. So what I would classify this is this would just be an inducement of this low right there. Actually, I think it may even, yeah, so it's inducement of both of these lows. So now you've had your buildup, your inducement. I've built equal highs. Now I've had a BOS, cleared my equal highs. Fuck. Which means what? I want to take this on the page, so speed this bullish candle. My AOI. So now I've had pre-NY trap false run. I've had NY trap reduce low. I've had the build up. I'll just say lit cycle. I have 1 minute mitigation post, or 1 minute AOI post BOS, post internal BOS, which means I'll have a mitigation of the inducement. back now. Target intraday liquidity, and target prior day. That's not prior day, target prior days. Asia high. What day is that from? It's October 5th. What day was the 5th? Is that Monday?
I believe so. One sec. No, it was Tuesday.
Don't see anything on the entry helper that really confirms this position. Here's another BOS. There's that target. See how easy that is?
Jesus.
And like, do you want to depict the secondary target? I think it's tapped coming in at Asia or into London close.
And that's what, trade number 7?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And so now we're London close. And what does London close do? You could take, you want another trade that you could have taken? There's your London close mitigation trade. Because London close comes back to mitigate what New York's done, and now it'll go lower. Like, if you wanted another trade, you could have it too.
What the fuck?
But yeah. Sorry, I gotta take a screenshot of this. Yeah.
So far with this, you found pretty much almost 100% accuracy.
Like, I mean, as long as you follow like what the fuck's going on, yeah, you're not gonna lose a trade basically.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I just picked apart this entire chart on a 1 minute time frame and showed you every little trade that you could have taken, every like decent trade that you could have taken. Yeah. So yeah. Now if I clear all this off, we can I'll mark on like all the trades really fast because I need to send that in. So this was one, and that was taken to it was taken to like right here, a little bit higher. Yeah, like right there. So there's one trade. Let me go back to my screenshots really fast so I can find out the trades I showed you. There was it this trade that was taken off of this one, and this you could have targeted into, I believe it was right here.
That's fucking Stupid, man. Wow.
There was also this trade. Could have taken here, and you could have ran that just into, I believe it was these high targets a little bit higher than these highs. Yeah, like that one. There was oh yeah, all of these. So there's one, there's two, there's, I'll just say like three. Oops. And all of these would have been at a minimum to this target. And this stop would have been to here. This stop would have been to here. And all those ran to right there. Yeah. This is just from what I could like catch. Right? Obviously, there's I'm sure a ton more that I didn't even think about taking in here. But yeah, I didn't miss anything, right? Hold on, let me double check.
No, I think that's all they.
You had one, right?
I don't think I took this one.
This one? Didn't you take that?
I don't think I took that one.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Gotcha.
I don't think I did. I took this one on the 5 minute, right? Hold on, let me just double check. So I took a screenshot of it on the 5. Yeah, no, that's all I took. Yeah. So that's 19.6 style. Show stats, compact stats. Compact stats, show stats. Compact stats, show stats. Price labels. So just on this scenario, you could have been able to take total trades available, total R available, and average R for per trades. So there was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades you could have taken. Total R available. I need to bust out a calculator for this one. What is it? 11.38 plus.
I need
I can't even see.
Second. I need the one.
Yeah, I know. I see the one. 7.83 plus. It's this one. And I can't even. 6.43.
86.9%.
And this one's plus 20. and then this one's plus 22.
Yeah.
How'd you get 86.9?
Added everything up.
67.84. There's 11, a 6, a 7. Oh, I missed this night.
Yeah.
19.1.
19.06.
19.06. I have 86.9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many trades is that? 6?
Yeah.
86.9. Divide that by 6.
14.48.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta save all these really fast. Save them in chat. Folder. October 6th, or this is the 7th. Right. Today, yesterday was the 7th?
Today is the 7th. Yesterday is the 6th.
Well, yesterday London's the 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Save it in this folder and save this as GBP USD October 7th. This is 1 out of how many screenshots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 out of 9. Save. Save image as 2 out of 9. Save image as 3 out of 9. And then wait 2, 4. USD October 7th. All trades available. Access for London and New York in regards to the Asia soft theme to case 2. Yeah. That was easy, right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you're looking at it and you're like, how the fuck does like anybody take these? But it's like there's literally like reasons to take every single one of these positions. Like the minute you get to this point, you've identified it's an Asia whip. So this is before London even opens. You've already identified you're in an Asia whipsaw, and you already know that you're gonna whip low and then whip high, and then like after that liquidity grab from the highs to the lows been delivered again. You're going to deliver back from the lows to the highs because there's low to high. You're going to go high to low. Then you're going to go back from high or low to higher. And then at that point, it's just like taking intraday liquidity higher and higher.
Jesus.
Right, until you're taking liquidity to the left. Like in the last one, we took these Asia high liquidities, right? So now we've taken Asia high liquidity, we've taken Asia midline liquidity because there's traders, anybody who's short in this cycles stops here, right?
Yeah.
Now we've got major liquidity, and we're coming to NFP. So what do you think NFP is going to do? We'll probably build our Asia cycle, right? We'll induce high if we're going to flip, which I don't think we're flipping anytime soon because we're still nowhere near the 4-hour decisional, which is like ultimately what we're all looking for is this 4-hour decisional right here, right? So at this point now it's like all about just like, okay, you know, what liquidity is NFP going to look to take and shit with? And I mean, you know, now it's like, okay, cool, like identify that major liquidity on the 1 hour, right? It's like what major liquidity we have on the 1 hour that's available to us, right? So just in our current price action cycle, just for major liquidity available, there's definitely major liquidity available. Shit. Here I have liquidity available, right? I have liquidity available here. 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 There's liquidity immediately here. And there's some right here. And then what liquidity do I have major liquidity wise? I have liquidity here. I have liquidity in these regions that I don't expect to be taken, but nonetheless it's there. Right? This was already taken. These were already taken. This was already taken. Right?
Mm-hmm.
5 minute liquidity, I'm working on my 5 minute. Nope. Aside from like this liquidity, so will be taken. That's an SMT right here. It's also liquidity to be taken. It's a smart money trap. It's printed below. That's their quote unquote decisional. This is smart money traps. These all get taken. There's some 5 minute liquidity to be taken right there. This is Asia low liquidity. So this will just be taken regardless. So like easy. That's like the first thing. And then it's like, okay, cool. Identify your trap points. Trap points are usually going to lie with liquidity. Like I already showed you, trap, right? And then it's like, okay, cool. Now let Asia develop. See what Asia's going to build for our range. If we start to build and channel high, I can expect an inducement high liquidity, maybe an inducement up here. And then what? It's NFP, right? So I can expect my inducement, and I expect fucking flips.
Yeah.
Right? Because now we've had one large buildup here.
Yeah.
And what are we going to want to do? We're going to want to induce the last set of traders here
And then
for
short
breakouts
out of it.
and then dump. Right?
Clear
You can see
that-
it's
clear
really
that
not hard to do
touch
this.
it yet, eh?
What?
Maybe clear the low liquidity they haven't been touched yet.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not, we don't like, because our biggest role is like, we don't really give a shit about like trying to predict prices. Just let the day build and like react to it. Because you make way more money reacting to the prices while building. Right? Like yesterday, everybody's initial predictions for like GU, wrong, incredibly wrong. We all just let our chart work go and just like, all right, let's just analyze in the moment. Like then we're fucking hitting trades left and right. Like, yesterday, like I think yesterday I booked like by myself, I booked damn near 60 or 65 R. Like, and I didn't even take the last trade that New York gave. That New York trap trade, I slept.
Yeah.
I didn't even take the last one. And this is one fucking pair. This is one pair for one intraday cycle. right? Like this isn't us trading gold and EJ and GJ and GU and Euro and stuff. This is fucking sterling for one day, and I just identified 6 trades you could have taken with over 85% returns.
Yeah.
Which is actually higher because if you consider the compound effect after each one of those trades, you're looking closer to like 150% returns.
Yeah.
In a day, using 1% risk. This isn't like, John, no offense to you, but this isn't you swinging a trade on fucking Euro NZD for like 2 weeks to get ADR. You know? This is us like just taking intraday like ping pong style trades and like being easy going with it and like being able to just like fucking milk the market.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
Yeah. Simple. This is my GU for today. I'm just getting ready. Identifying the SMTs. See, like Smart Money Trap. Why is it Smart Money Trap? See, you got the reaction off it. Smart Money guys are like, oh, fuck, trading. Shit's gonna get ran through like a Dime Street whore. Like, simple.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got day 5 and 6 this weekend, and then next week I'm gonna spend. Walt and I already told John, but next week I'm gonna spend rewatching all the calls. Probably do like one video or one of the call videos every day, and then I'll compile like really. It'll probably take me 2 weeks if I'm being honest to get through all the calls because they're fucking 8 hours each, and there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
So that like literally, I'd have to spend like an entire 2 days straight, no sleep to get through them. Mm-hmm. But it's like I want to take super detailed notes and like get everything written up nicely for you guys, and then I can start like after the last couple calls and like after a couple weeks of me like getting really solidified with the information, I can probably start like teaching you guys this stuff.
Fucking sick.
Like my timeline for you guys to have like an expectation, if you want one, is probably like December is when I'll start like downloading the information on you guys.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably
I got more time on December anyways.
What?
I got way more time in the winter anyways.
Well, yeah, because you're not building houses in the winter.
Yep.
Yeah. But I was gonna say also I will try to find a way for you guys to get access to the videos.
Gotcha.
Like you guys might just have to log into my Discord. I don't like I'm still like going through how we can do that because I'm trying to figure out what like procedures they have.
Yeah. Damn.
Fuck, why am I so bad at typing? Just delete message. Okay, thank you. Much appreciated. Killing for everything. Like John, like you can agree, like Phantom guys, they would have maybe caught one of those trades.
Yeah, I think they only caught one last night. If I remember, I think it was Nora.
Yeah, you know, like it's kind of stupid to see like the market in this way now.
Yeah.
Because now I don't even give a shit about like larger time moves. Like larger time moves is great, but like I give 0 fucks about if we're in a daily demand zone or a 4-hour demand. I give a fuck about that.
Oh,
it makes no difference to me.
Took a loss. Albie took a loss. Sketchy took a win. and Nora took a win. Nora took a couple wins last night on Euro.
I want to send. I'm gonna post that fucking the GJ with all the trades on Instagram and just big. These are the trades available to take on GJ last night. Did you catch any of these? Bro, and I sent Artie like blowing up my fucking Instagram into our Discord, and everybody's just like, "Oh my god, not that fucking guy again."
Dude, he keeps hitting me up. He's like, "Hey man, he's like, I'm wrecking gold, and every time I look, he's losing."
It just keeps trying to trade Asia without understanding that Asia's just gonna get fucking ran through. Sit. Where's Discord? Wait. Download. Mentioned. Yeah, it's mind blowing to see all these trades that you can take. Seriously, how would anybody catch every fucking little move in the market? It's like it's so easy apparently. Just gotta know what you're looking for and be able to like quickly identify the cycles.
And you can apply that on any pair, right? Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, you can trade fucking corn futures with this. No, I'm serious. He did it in front of us.
Jesus.
It's not just like him blowing smoke over our ass either. Because like on day 4, like the last hour of day 4, he just fucking literally like he told us he's like pick a pair and pick a day, and I'll replay back to it. No PA, like no indication of what's going on, and just trade. Motherfucker didn't lose one trade.
Fuck.
No, I'm not even bullshit. Like he literally took like probably 30 or 40 trades and he didn't lose one.
Jesus.
Wow.
Fuck, I forgot to take off the timing. I can't post that on Instagram. Son of a bitch.
Mm.
Give me Z. Give me the trades back. Yeah, I have to be extra careful. Fuck, it's not gonna let me go any further than this, is it? Son of a bitch. I'll post it anyways. I don't think I'm just gonna really give a fuck. JP, Wally, Suckbar, Alex Carp.
What guy is fucking cool, man. And my charter bar with just talk shit with him. He's fucking cool.
Who?
Wakar.
Oh, bro, dude, Wakar is so chill. Me and fucking Walton have known Wakar for what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Dude, Wakar is chill as fuck. Wakar is so nice. You know, Walton, it's literally only because I knew Wakar that I got fucking that literally this is now the case, so we can just do this.
Skip the line.
Bro, straight up. Wakar was like, we have like 3,000 applications. And I was like, he was like, don't worry. He's like, I'll set up a time for Reem to call you. Thanks. And then, yeah, Reem was like, yeah, man, Wakar was telling you, like, Wakar used to text you for help on trades. And I was like, yeah, there was once a time before Wakar fucking learned Wyckoff, like a Matt, like, you know, who does it really well.
Yeah.
I was like, well before that time, Wakar used to text me for help on trades. So funny to see how it goes full circle like that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to trade tomorrow. I might. It's just NFP. So I haven't traded this style, obviously, yet with NFP. So I might just sit out of the market or maybe just like observe it.
Yeah.
Really decided. Oh, fuck. Also, I'd like to actually get some sleep because I've been staying up, like working. I'm back on working the night shift. Fuck.
Like working that shift.
Yeah, bro. Well, I mean, Walton, macro, micro, like, man, fucking work the night. Like, how many nights we actually ever stay up, like, all night? It was only, like, GJ if it was just, like, moving like, 10 pips in a session, then we'd stay up, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like, we'd kind of, we take our trades at the start of the session, we go to sleep. Like, set break even, go to bed.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't go fuck.
Forget
Now
stuff.
it's like, I can't go to sleep because I'm going to miss a fucking trade. There's an opportunity every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get why they coded algos for this now because they have an algo that trades just like they do.
Oh shit. That would be...
Oh yeah, no, Welton, it's sick. It did like 68 wins, 1 loss, and turned 10K to 300K in 90 days.
Wow.
That was their first one they built. The first one.
Shit.
So imagine what it does now. 10K to 300K in 90 days. Imagine what it does now.
Yeah, I fucking dump a 10K anytime.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I told Rima, I was like, Rima, I'll happily write you like a $5 million check for that algo. I was like, let me lease it from you for a year. It's like, I'll make so much fucking money. I was like, we'll just turn the risk up. Like, we'll turn the risk to 3%. We'll be fine.
Wow.
Damn.
That's insane. Fucking 10K to 300K in 90 days. That's...
Yeah, nuts. Nuts. Stage whipsaw theme 2 case 2. Can upload the full markings if needed, although I'm sure when you back at it, see the line. Yeah, but I mean, like, you could have just came in yesterday for like New York trap and like hit a 22R on Sterling and been done for the week.
It's fucking stupid.
I mean, that's like when you it's like the thing we like fail to think about, right? Like, you guys have funded accounts, right? So like for you guys,
Hey, I don't.
yeah, you have like a 500K FTMO account. Like, you just need one trade that's going to hit a 20 to 1 and you're done for the month,
Yeah.
right? Like you hit if you hit 10% on that 500K FTMO, like you're done for the month.
Yeah. I'm trying to build up personal
Like-
capital now because fuck.
I mean, that's what, like, we have a guy in here who's a purple belt. He's like level higher than me. His name's Cameron. This guy's talking about. We host calls, and Cameron has like, I think, put together like 1.5 million in capital from funded accounts.
Yeah. Damn.
He hits 10% in the first week of the month, and then he's done for the rest of the month. And he just back tests and like learns for the rest of the month.
Wow.
Well, I mean, literally, it's 10% in the month. I mean, that's $150,000 in income that he just made
Yeah.
in 1 week.
Yeah.
So he's like done. He's like, yeah. He's like, there's no point in going past 10% because then I risk the chance of losing capital, right? He goes, so it's like I might as well just like knock my one really good trade or 2 really good trades, make 10, 15%, and then I'm done.
Yeah. And then I don't need to trade anymore. For another
Nope. And then he just chills for the rest of the month. He just learns and back tests and learns.
Yeah. Fuck. That's insane, man.
And I was like, yeah, fuck. Like, I never thought about it. For like, you funded guys, like, that's easy as shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not that hard for you guys to hit a 10 to 1 and be done for the month.
Oh no, it's not. Simple shit.
I might actually do that. Maybe just to build up cap is just get a bunch of funded accounts and
I mean, what? FTMO lets you have 3 accounts, right?
Yeah, I think 400K.
400K total.
Right. But at the end of the month, do they reset what's in the account or no?
Yes. So you can.
Okay, so you have 400K though. Like if you hit 20%, they take a 20% fee of your profits. You're still making like over 50,000 that month.
Yeah, and then there's another program. Well, I'm probably not gonna go. I think I'm just gonna stick with FTMO because all the other programs are fucked. They're like there's
You want the one
one
with the low spread.
Forex or what is it? My Forex funds. If you hold a trade over a day and it goes in 5% drawdown, even if you're up 120%, you lose the account. So you could be 120 R&R, and if it goes 5% back.
Why would you even take 5% risk on a trade?
No. It's if you take a trade, right, and it's 120 R&R, and you hold it over the daily closure, and if it goes in 5% drawdown, even though you're up 120%, so let's just pretend that you went 115, you lose the account.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah.
No, that can't be right.
No, it is. It's the rules. Like we had a huge discussion about it. Everyone in my group swapped FTMO after the whole funding talent incident because they were looking into all these different prop funds. They're like, oh,
none
what
of
about
those
this?
prop
This,
accounts
this,
are
this,
allowed
this.
to give you real money, anyways. You guys know that, right? All those prop firms, you're all just trading demo accounts.
Yeah.
You guys know this, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
literally
they just
listed in the
copy
terms
trade.
of services. They can't give you real money to trade with. So all you're doing is you guys are all just trading demo accounts, and they're paying you with the failed prop traders' money. That's it.
Yeah. I personally think FTMO is probably honestly the best and safest option compared to all the other prop funds. So I'm probably just gonna get myself some FTMOs and also try to
Yeah, I
work
would. I mean, what? 250K FTMO counts what? $600?
it's $1,000.
$1,000 for 250K account?
Yeah.
I think so. 200. No, that's not 250. It's $200. No, 200,000.
200,000, yeah. So you get $200,000 for $1,200, and then or 100K for $600. So I wanted to build up a baby account challenge, and so I was gonna start the $250 account challenge, and then I'll probably get like 2 FTMOs, and then just try to build up capital that way. And then, yeah, just fucking do that. Get up to Josh's
I
level.
think they start doing what's it called? The other app Canadian currency and a bunch of the shit. I saw that today or yesterday. So.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, that's the route I would take. Like, if I was in your guys' shoes, I would just grab a funded account and fucking, you knock out 20% a month on a funded account. That's for one fucking trade if you do it right.
Yeah.
And so you have 30 days to take one good trade. Like, do they make you, to get verified, do they make you take like a minimum requirement of trades?
10 trades, I think.
It's,
How
yeah,
many?
so 10. So you have to have the first.
Oh, so you just hit one banger and then you just take 10 stupid, like, real quick losses, right?
Yeah, 0.01s. And so.
Yeah, so you hit one banger for 10% or for 12%, and then you take 9.01 quick sell and close, and now you've taken 10 trades, right?
Yeah, but it has to
You're
be
done.
within 10 days. So,
Oh, fuck.
so if you
Oh,
win,
Yeah, I just
win-
told you. So you
Yeah,
take
yeah.
one
Right,
really
cool.
good trade,
Yeah.
and then you just take 9 immediate losses afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, you go into verification stage, which you have to make 5%, and then it's the same amount of days, and
That's
then
it?
after that, yeah, and then you get funded, and then after you're funded,
So 20 days and you get funded?
yeah,
Jesus.
so you can have your first payout in a minimum of 50 to a maximum of 120 days is your first payout.
No, they're doing bi-weekly payouts now. FTMO as well. It's not a month anymore.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because before you had to do the FTMO was paying monthly. Now it's bi-weekly also.
Oh, so then you can get paid out in fucking whatever.
30
50
days.
35 days.
Yeah.
35 to 40 days.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I might do two like the Canadian, they do 240,000. I might try to do 2 accounts and get like a fucking almost $500,000 account to trade out.
Yeah, and then you just link it up with like a very simple trade copier on your MT4 and you're done. Or you just have one logged in on your laptop and one logged in on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, you guys should just do that route. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
I could send you guys a 1 to 20 trade that's easy as fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, Yeah, I might do that though. Got a fucking Canadian account. $240,000. Last one, got a second one. Make 480K. That's a lot of fucking money, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah, I mean, because like literally, you just make 10% a month, then you're making $500,000 a year income.
Yeah.
And then I'm
20% a month, you're making $1 million a year.
take that and toss that into a Fusion account as my personal and just trade that bitch.
Literally.
Like that's the goal, is to just get cap and then.
Yeah, I'm
Just
growing
live-
my Fusion
live
account.
life.
I'm almost at 50K on my account.
So
Slowly growing.
I don't know. I still have my Fusion account capped at 250.
damn.
That's all I have in there.
Yeah.
That's all I need in there. Every month, whatever's it's over 250, I just take it out. Or if I had like a really good 2 weeks, I don't want to trade the rest of the month, just pull it out then.
Shit.
All right, well, I'm gonna take my dog out, and then I'm gonna go hit the hot tub for a little bit, and
All right.
probably take a nap and get ready for London.
I'm gonna try to process this shit.
I'll send you guys some. No, John, don't even try to like trade any of this stuff yet.
Gotcha.
Like, just because you guys, I mean, what I just showed you is like 1% of the material,
Yeah. I gotcha.
and I didn't give you guys like any explanation of why this is an inducement, why this is a buildup. Like, it's all that stuff is like it's very particular.
Yeah.
So don't try to trade any of it. I just wanted to show you guys yesterday because I thought like G would be such a good example to show you guys
No,
for
it
how
makes
like
sense.
such a fucked up day is like so easy for us to trade.
Yeah. I honestly haven't even really traded at all this week. Every trade I tried, I got hit at break even, so I pretty much walked away.
Yeah, because you've been taking them SMT, bro. You've been taking all them smart money traps.
I tried
That's what
that.
happens.
Even micro. I'll be in the trade for like a couple pips, and then it'll fucking smack me. So I'm just like, fuck, dude. I don't know if it's just like I'm off or what it is.
I wonder if I could apply micro into the inducement theory, and I'm pretty sure I could. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel really off.
I'll try that
this
later.
week, so I just decided to kind of take a step back. And then Rick's been sending out dumbass trades like after dead volume, and everyone, like all the current micro students that learned with you before, I have them in a channel, and they're like, "Yo, is Rick like fucking retarded?" Cause like he's like, "Why the fuck is he sending out a trade at like 12 in the afternoon?" And then
I
someone,
saw at the gold chart the other day. I
Yeah,
saw that too.
and then everyone put like
2
a
o'clock in the
shit.
afternoon. They're like, man, the market is gonna close in half an hour.
Yeah, and then everyone put a shit emoji on his signal, and then Justin texted me, is like, "What the fuck is this guy on?" I was like, "I don't know."
oh, gold was so pretty yesterday. Holy shit.
Yeah, it
Oh
was.
my god, hold on. Let me mark this up really fast. This is fucking clean.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so clean.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, this is fucking pretty. Oh, what? Oh, dude. All right, hold on. Let me. This is stupid. Hold on. Let me find the limited extreme in this. This is fucking stupid easy.
Yeah, I just been. I don't know. I'm like not reading it right for some reason. I think the Phantoms. I don't know what's going on with me.
Here's your 1 minute extreme. Left in imbalance, never filled. I might just trade gold again. This is fucking. Look at this shit. This is so stupid. Okay, this is. You want to see how easy this is?
Fuck, I take it.
Okay, so hold on. First, liquidity. What just happened? Oh, somebody messaged me on Discord again. I'm like the fucking questionnaire on Discord. All the people from my season on this stuff, they always message me when they need help. Okay, there's liquidity that was induced. That was also induced. Okay. My bro. I hate trading you so much. Okay. It was literally just like fucking this is easy. Okay.
Are you marking off live or you went back? Or you?
I don't know what the PA looks like on gold, so I'm doing this live.
Oh.
There's my low that gets induced. Which means my high has not been induced, which means there's liquidity of the Asia high to grab. There's also liquidity here to grab. Something tells me that this also had a whipsaw day.
Oh shit! Look at what? Oh,
So that's one trade. Anyways, so that's one trade.
yeah.
Like,
Go on the
what do you
what's
know?
it called? On the live market, live price now, just so I can see if you can find anything there.
Oh, we're in Asia, so I'm not gonna find you anything to trade.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, with that fucking R9 gold looks fucking stupid, man.
I'm not even gonna bother looking at like prior price action. Just literally point. This is already an Asia whipsaw. Build up, inducement, mitigation. Highs get taken. Build up. BOS.
POS. Then you look for shorts. Right there. Guess not. No retest. Nope.
No, you could have just taken this as an inducement trade if you wanted to. Cleared liquidity, cleared liquidity. Two, there's another buildup. Testing an S&T. There's lower end liquidity gets taken. So there was your buildup. Here was your vectoring. Here was your inducement. It's your decisional. There's your 5-minute BOS. There's your buildup, vectoring, inducement, price tanks. There's your TP. Was liquidity here. Because you're in an Asia whipsaw. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Making sure my headphones are intact. Yeah, so build up. This would have mitigated something further back. I can find what, because you could have literally just, yeah, right there, literally. Oh, wait, there's a higher one. Yeah, there is. Apologize, it's this one. Anyways, so this would have been your buildup, negation, price pushes lower, This is now you're building low, taking liquidity, then you have false build high. If I take the extreme right there, there's another trade. There's another internal BOS. There's another trade. See the inducement, price pushes right off. There's your TP. I mean, if you want to just talk about the easy trades that you could have taken on this, just the 2 really fast easy trades. One, if you would have not just taken it into mitigation. 1. Two.
Like 1 to 40 on 2 trades. Yeah.
3. There's your false build on New York. There's your inducement. If you want to be a ballsy asshole, not a trade I recommend taking, because obviously this is not going to work. Ta-da. See? You got to know where he's used at in the market. Because if you look to the left, go to 5 minute. So like I want to show you, you can't just take like whatever you think is an inducement.
It's down, farther down too in the 5 minute.
There's liquidity here.
You got this here.
I know where it is. I know. Liquidity.
Imbalance.
I'm in imbalance, lines up to Asia midline.
Wow, top.
Back to our 1 minute. Now you have another cycle. Build up. Inducement with speed. I would wait for the internal BOS on this.
Yeah, that's the BOS. Could have, yeah, but pretty much was the same entry even after the BOS.
There's liquidity here. This would be your final target. Otherwise, you could target Asian midline. There's liquidity right here. That would not be a bad target. Anyways,
fuck, man. Whoa.
Oh yeah,
not gonna be a bad target.
There's some gold trades you could have taken.
Wow.
Any questions?
30, 50, 60%.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Jesus.
Yeah, also your internal BOS point if you want to get fuck. You want to get into your internal BOS point. Talk about that. I can show you what that would have been really fast. There's your internal BOS. There's your decisional. There's your second trade. questions?
Mm-mm.
Fuck.
I did that live. I had no idea what PA looked like.
It's just fuck.
Like, it's, do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is really not a difficult task.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Like, wow.
Yo, should we, like, when we learn this, so we all focus on, like, one pair? Like, I don't know, say...
I wouldn't even trade gold when you do this, because gold likes to go for major liquidity. It's hard to time the inducements.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, say you're the Sterling GOAT and Wilson's, like, the, I don't know, fucking Aussie GOAT or whatever the case is, like, and then we just
I could
send
do,
each
like,
other
sterling,
trades.
euro, and Aussie dollar, and that's it.
Yeah, like, we would just send each other the trades or what? Like, how
Yeah, we
would
just all hop on for London and, like, just trade together. Yeah, that's, I mean, like, you see how easy that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Jesus. Rick's trying to long it at 1750. I don't think it's gonna long there. I think it's gonna go to 1728. I think.
I really
is what
care
it
about
is.
Rick thinks. Rick's a fucking smart money retard.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you long it at 1750 when you have all this liquidity to take?
I have no idea.
Okay, that's been taken. This has been taken here. No, there's liquidity right here in the market to take.
I think it's gonna go to 17.
This is one buildup. This is
One.
all just one buildup.
I think it's 1728 or 20. What did I send out to everybody? I said, hey, put a buy limit here. And if it works, it works.
This is all just one buildup. That's all this is.
Yeah, I have 28 and 24.
This is a buildup. This is your decisional. This is your extreme.
Yeah, I'm trying to long it at the extreme.
Do you want me to tell you what? Actually, there might be just enough liquidity here to trigger the decisional as the go-to.
I had it mapped, but I thought that it would come down lower.
And then that was already a major inducement, so you're not going to induce this. But you would induce liquidity here. As a target.
And a bit higher, 7.
Rick's a fucking retard. Yeah, Rick calls what I showed you guys earlier gambling. So,
Yeah.
that being known. Like, now if I look at this from, like, an intraday perspective, like, just today, I was already mitigated. Prices building overall lower. See how Asia develops. This is all just liquidity. You taking out. Just getting EU today. Oh yeah, EU has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades you could have taken.
Fuck.
Oh.
This is all just one complex pullback. Don't even try to long it at your decisional. That's gonna get, or this is gonna get fucking raped. This low is never induced. This is gonna get raped.
The 26 one?
All of this is gonna get raped. Yeah, this is not going along.
They pushed into the because I have
Doesn't
longs
matter.
from
This is
22.
all one. This is the main push.
So I should close out my longs from
They
22.
gotta close low.
This is the
Gotta break lower.
look.
Yeah, look at the 4 hour. Fucking, you have
This
them
is
break.
all a complex pullback with efficiency of the pullback. There's your decisional right here. What you tested into multiple times, might I add. If I go to the 1 hour, so let me just do this. Never even filled this imbalance.
Yeah, that was my first TP from 22.
This is the
72.
major inducement. Trade away from the major inducement. It's going short overall. This is where you should even look to. This is all complex pullback. This is the efficiency of the pullback because this is your main push, right? Main push, efficiency of the pullback.
Yeah,
Your
like
first target from the efficiency of the pullback, liquidity. Your second target, liquidity.
but it pushed in there. I'm confused. Like I'm in longs from 22 because it hit exactly 22. Whatever, there was like the 15-minute imbalance thing. I told everybody long it last week. They're still holding, and we were targeting 72. And then I was gonna re-long it at 26 because it had already tapped the 15-minute of 22. From.
If you're in your longs, just hold them.
Okay, but you wanted stack
Take
longs at
partials
26.
and hold them. No, I wouldn't fucking stack anything, bro. This is if it comes this low, it's gonna. Why would it come this low? You think about this, John.
Mhm.
What are we closer to? This or this?
Closer to the higher.
Right. So we're testing supply to demand back into supply, which makes this demand absolutely irrelevant.
And then it's gonna wipe that demand zone.
Exactly, because this is a smart money trap. This is just a like trending market, bro.
Yeah, the 4 hour is bearish.
Long shouldn't even be like a thought on this.
So just close out my 300 some pips now.
No, you can hold it into here because this is liquidity that needs to get induced.
Yeah, for NFP probably gonna wick higher. Right?
Yeah, this is liquidity. Like, okay, let's just liquidity, 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 liquidity. Right? $15-minute imbalance on my decisional. My extreme. Liquidity. Going for a swing move.
Yeah.
All you have here
Mhm.
is
Works.
your main push. And your complex pullback. Right? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Main push. Complex pullback. There's your decisional. There's your extreme.
I had I have a sell limit I sent out everybody a while ago that's still there at that same area.
Yeah, no one probably has that sell limit anymore.
Probably.
You're thinking, but they probably close that shit out. Why do they leave that order open?
Because.
Right. No, your people that are in your channel,
Yeah.
you gotta remember they're fucking retards.
Yeah, I'm
If they
always
weren't retards,
in
they
there
wouldn't be in your
yelling.
channel, right?
I'm always in there.
They would
yelling
have figured
at
out how to
people.
trade by now.
You're right. Because this was the one that I had for the sell limit that's still there. I was on the 26th.
This is an SMT. Why? Because there's
It's gonna get wiped.
this is all just a buildup. See how simple that is?
Yeah.
So, like, why would you go anywhere long, anywhere in here, including here?
Only
when
reason
you're
why I would have
going
went
from
long again.
supply to demand.
20.
You've tested demand already, so demand is done. There was demand here that's already done, right? There was your internal BOS. Demand is tested. Price pushes back up, and now we're in a complex pullback stage. We have the efficiency of the pullback, meaning supply will get tested now, right? Before this demand got tested, it would be different if we went demand, 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 demand. But we didn't. We went supply, demand, demand. Now we're going back into supply to then go into liquidity. 1, 2.
Hold on. Can you pause it right there? So, just to annotate. This. Sorry I'm using my mouse pad. This was already tested in the 15 minutes. So wouldn't this invalidate now?
How is that tested?
It was tested in a 15-minute perfectly to the T. That's where I called the long at.
As what, demand?
Yeah.
This wasn't demand to begin with.
It was
This is a smart money trap.
It was a 15-minute that was never it was imbalanced.
How was this demand?
There was a 15
Where
minute.
prior to this demand did you take out structure?
I don't know.
How could it possibly be demand if it didn't take out structure?
It was there was a 15-minute that was unmitigated there, and that's where I called the entry.
That's a random fucking candle that you pulled. That's an SMT. It's not actually demand. There's no demand in here because for this to be demand, structure would have had to been taken. This isn't structure. This never formed a new low.
I took it off of the
high that formed a right, but the only high that formed a low here was this high.
I took it off the imbalance. There was this, if you go in the 15, there was a straight imbalance.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is that was a very lucky trade. Because there's no reason that this is demand. For it to be demand, this low must have created a new high. Did you see a high get created anywhere in this? No, because the only high that could have technically been created, because this isn't a low, or this isn't a higher low. Why is it not a higher low? Because it never formed a new low, right? This is the only higher low, or lower high, right?
Okay.
In this entire series, this is the lower high. In fact, it's really just this one. Because if you're going about this move, then this was your main push from here to here, and this was your decisional point. But now we're in a new series, right? And we can just get rid of this half of the chart. Let's just talk about this half of the chart. This is what we really need to focus on. And what we really need to focus on is the fact that price has failed to make. Remember, like I said, decisional point, recess is decisional, and now we're going. Really, in reality, this is an entire leg with your decisionals here.
And price is just pushing down.
And all price did was come and test supply, and now we're just making our next push.
It's probably going to wipe those lower lows there. Yeah.
Don't wipe all this. This is all just liquidity to be taken. Right, but if you want to focus on just this series of price, then we can consider this on just the 1 hour. Main push, decisional, extreme on a 15-minute basis, right? Neither of which was already tested, so you should not be looking at shorts yet. The only longs you would have taken would have been the retest of this demand here, right? On a 15-minute basis, if I go to the 15-minute, I can almost guarantee you an internal BOS, which would have validated demand. BOS, demand is validated, demand is tested, price pushed. Right? You see that?
Yeah.
This was the lower high, lower low, last high to form the low, internal break of structure, smart money trap, demand.
That's where I stacked.
Push. This was the only valid trade. The one that you took was just lucky as fuck.
Oh.
Not that it was like you're a terrible trade for taking it, like a good fucking catch. But if you wanted to take the confirmed version of the actual setup, it would have been here.
Yeah, that's right.
Where you took your stack.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Because now what we're doing is now we've tested demand before testing supply. And so now that demand is validated because we tested demand first, but this demand was never tested, meaning this is now just a smart money trap. And now we're just going to test supply and then fucking rally through this.
Okay.
Huge imbalances to fill down here. So now this is your SMT. That was order flow building. Was your internal BOS. And now price is in a huge buildup to do what? Induce this entire breakout long into the decisional or the extreme, and then short. Now what have we done? We've given the illusion of what?
Yeah.
We've given the illusion of longs. Why? Oh, there's a double bottom. Oh, we broke structure. No, we didn't. Structure's actually here.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I only called out 72 as the target, but, like, I don't know. Yeah.
That's structure. Right? Not every move in between, just those. So now if I was to bet you money, I would say Asia builds up high, like high, to then have London and New York open, run the trap, New York trap to trap people at this decisional, and then short.
Yeah. Well, that's what
That makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, that's where I had the limit at.
But I wouldn't trade it with a limit.
No.
No, I don't. Well, I don't trade. None of us really trade. I mean, you can. We have a way of doing it, but it's not like in this scenario. I wouldn't want to just trade the limit. I would want to wait for the additional confirmation with the decisional, because you could easily just want to. Yeah, you could easily want to induce liquidity, or since gold really likes to go for the extremes because it likes to induce major liquidity, it could easily run into the extreme. I mean, this is NFP day, right? You're going to assume that Asia finishes somewhere around mid 60 range. London can easily push up 150, 130, 40, 50 pips.
Yeah.
New York for the first hour can run it one direction till NFP. NFP can mitigate or trigger an extreme and then run.
Okay.
I can text Alex if you want really fast and just have Alex do a structure mark on this.
Gotcha. I mean,
because Alex is the goat at structure. Like, that's how I would see the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I don't know. I don't know. I thought the original trade was correct, but
no, you're not. You weren't wrong for taking this long. I'm just telling you that when you took this long, you were taking a ballsy as fuck move.
Oh.
So I don't think these highs ever actually broke. Oh, you have equal highs up top. And once again, in reality, this was all just one main push from here to here. with your decisional here, and all of this was just a complex pullback, or all of this was an efficiency of the pullback and a complex pullback into supply, which then got mitigated and then ran off, and now you're having your second main push, right? But if you want to like just chop it to like where we're actually at in relevant price actions, and this is your main push, this is where you should be looking for trades. The only places you should be looking for trades on a this large scale. Would I even want to trade this large scale in gold? No, I'd make way more money on the 5 minute. I'll make way more money on the 5 minute, bro. Like on the 5 minute, this is liquidity, 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 liquidity. So there was order flow build. So all of this I'd expect to get induced, which would make you want to break out, induce the highs, induce liquidity here, induce this entire buildup, test the 2-minute decisional, and then or the 5 minute decisional, and then push right off. That's how I would just like a gold, just from a very quick markup. Because in my eyes, all we've done is we've built, huge buildup. You break out on one side of this buildup, you're going to induce everybody for breakout trades, right? I would happily want them to see liquidity here get taken out. Actually, I wouldn't even try to take it from the decisional. I'd really want to take it from the extreme, because in my mind, I'd need to see this major inducement of liquidity.
Gotcha.
Prior to, because this is that last point where anybody who's short in this cycle has already adjusted stops, removed stops. And you also have stops here, but this is just like, we take out 1790, then that's a shift in structure entirely. That's how I would look at this.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I'm not even trading gold, so couldn't really tell you. I'm focused on sterling and euro. Like this was euro from the other day. Like just easy as fuck trades that you can take on. These are the trades Ring took and that we took on euro. Bolton, I don't know if I showed you this.
Mhm.
This was euro from, what is this, the 5th?
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, and John was, because John had seen Ream's reel and asked me about it. Yeah, because John, you got stopped at break even on this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because all we were looking to do was induce structure. Induce structure. So when structure got induced, turn on the timings. So you guys can literally see how like textbook this was. Right, so there's your Asia false channel low, London spent the session building. So there wasn't a whole lot to do. It's just a buildup, one giant buildup in London. And then what happens? Getting in New York trap time. So what are we going to do? Push low, secondary buildup. Why wasn't this where we take longs? Because this is still within liquidity. You look left. This is still within all of this liquidity, right? We know we already have this, which has already been mitigated, so we can expect this low to get induced. So there's where you get your first inducement here, but not taking the trade yet. Why? Because if you want to wait for confirmations, you wait for the internal BOS. There's your inducement of structure. This is where Ream went long. Ream literally took the trade here with the stop just under the bearish wick. Fucking nailed the perfect trade, as he always does. There's your internal BOS. There's your mitigation. You got a 1 minute let here to confirm that we were going to go long. There's your mitigation, the 1 minute decisional.
Oh, so
There's
he just took the entry on the liquidity?
Yeah, he took it right here on the inducement structure. That was literally his trade. He
Shit.
ran it like maybe a pip stop,
Wow.
and he ran it all the way up into here. He caught the full 32R. But there's this trade here. There's one trade you could take here. So there's one, there's two. You can run those into the inducement of the Asian midline, because this is where you have all this buildup in liquidity. So this is all going to get taken out. And what do we have? Asian midline liquidity there. So it's a good target. And then when AOI gets printed, we have a false channel low, buildup, inducement, 1 minute let. So let, buildup, inducement, mitigation. You can take the short. Minimum target is liquidity here, but we all held it because we saw there was equal lows that got printed on FXCM that day. I guess they changed it after, but there was 1 minute equal lows here. Fucking FXCM, the shittiest feed ever. Anyways, so there's that, but we all took it into here. It was like, and you can see this is where we picked for our targets. So we all caught these trades too. That was a 28R, 39R, and then a 23R.
Wow.
And this was just easy, right? A false channel, build up, major inducements, trade away from the major inducement, build up, mitigation, short. You could have taken these trades too. Build up, induce the low, 1 minute AOI with an EDM, short, BOS, go short again, dumps. There's your EDM to go long, your build up. I mean, there's trades for days. Trades for days. And this was yesterday's whipsaw. I can cover this. It's going to look the same as GU. So this is on my second one, yeah. So I can cover yesterday's Euro for you guys really fast. So immediately, I know I have, replay this. Okay, so just to start, I have liquidity that can be taken here. I have liquidity here. It was already taken. Awesome. I have liquidity here. It actually gets taken, but whatever. And I have some liquidity here. And more than likely liquidity here. Sideways buildup. Now we come out of Asia. So I'll look for the low. I'll look for the high. I want to see what Frankfurt does because this will give me an idea of what we're doing for the day. I don't know if Euro had a whipsaw too. I think the whipsaw was pound specific. Cool. This might just be a point of mitigation. I'm sure there's an extreme here. I'm outside my timing window, so I'm not really looking to just take any of this yet. Nope, it's an absolute whipsaw. So right then and there, I already know Asia whipsaw. Now I'm getting into London. I have that there with liquidity above it. So if we take this region out, then I know, but otherwise I've already induced my low, I've already induced my high. I now know that this is more or less liquidity to take. So there's additional liquidity here in the market to grab. So now I can go into a 1 minute. I can try to find a really nice POI in here. Something I can refine. So I have my 1 minute refined. Who's texting me in Discord? Sorry, 1 second. What do I have here? I have a buildup. Now I have my inducement with vectoring candles. The buildup. I have a BOS. Oh, I actually had a BOS earlier. My bad. I have perfect equal highs. So I know what these equal highs are eventually going to get taken. This is now just liquidity that I can use it as a target at a later point in life. Let's see. So we have a quick drop off. We should have a slight pick back up where I can maybe look to take a position after we test the Asia high point or got close enough. So now I can look at possibly this point here to take a trade off. And if I look to take a trade there, where would I want to target? Well, I could do an immediate target more or less at liquidity here, right? So I know there's liquidity here. I can look to target, oh, and I have a 1 minute or an approaching 1 minute, maybe a 5 minute let or something like that. So do that. There's another buildup. I'm in MM time. Let's see. Should have a quick jolt back. What would I do if I was looking at this point in the market? What would I do? What would I do? What would I do? Oh, another good confluence that I could use. So I just noticed it's not even on my chart.
What's that? Oh, that's day supply. That late stuff.
The daily open. So I feel like I could target the daily open for this trade, like right above the daily open, which would give me. Oh yeah, I didn't put the position tool on, but that was the position, right? So you could have taken this position. Let's just say you somewhere here, stops right there. Target obviously liquidity, which kind of lines up the day open price. So that's nice. In addition to this day open price, I can look to see if I have a POI around here. There's something right here which would be good because if we take out liquidity, then I can look for that POI to get tested and maybe see an immediate pullback from that point, more or less, or if I don't have like a BOS first or something like that, and then I can use that point to even maybe take out this higher end equal high liquidity that we formed, right? And then when we're taking that out, I can look to see how we react to this 1 minute extreme, if it's going to end up being an SMT, or if we're going to actually try to take the liquidity above it, right? So now I'm kind of putting the story together of like the possibilities and what can occur and stuff. And so now I have another cycle building up, because obviously price has just been channeling short, right? So I have another mini cycle occurring within my day. There's my inducement. Dude, fuck me. Really? Came that close? That fucking close? Whatever. So at this point, because I'm already seeing internal BOSs, using this for the take profit. And we're going to really scope into things, because we'll just come back and take all this out later. And now this tells me this is going to end up being an SMT. This liquidity still needs to get taken. There's my internal BOS. This works out beautifully because it's within the Asian midline. There's an imbalance here, still an imbalance. It may have been filled on another feed. Let me check a 2 minute. So I could just use the 2 minute in this scenario. There's a 2 minute. After your internal BOS, this is where you look to take position. You don't even have to take this here, because I'm sure like if you wait long enough for like a bigger structural bake, you'll probably get a pullback in. So I'll just even remove that for now. Oh, fuck. And I'll just let price play out. But right there is a 12R that you could take in straight to Asian midline. Okay, so now it's like, now what do we have? Right, so now we've got an initial push, a secondary push. Realistically, I'd want to see a little bit more of a push to test into this imbalance. And then from here, I could probably even look to take an additional short when this gets tested. Because now I'm seeing this as a false reaction. There's just an overall buildup occurring. So that was trade 2. I want to take out those lows and more than likely land myself like somewhere here, because now I have this imbalance in price. And then I can look to take longs from this imbalance. And I could use these longs to target the equal highs and induce these equal highs, and maybe even go into this 1 minute extreme. Beautiful. Right? And now what?
Short.
Now what am I doing, Walton?
You waiting for a retest of the highs up there again?
Nope, I can take that just as is. Yeah.
Oh, you
Now
know,
I can target
the structure?
Yeah, I can. If I want to. I don't need anything else. I don't really need a BOS. I have inducement, build up, inducement, mitigation. I'm good to go.
No. Shit.
Oh, I targeted the wrong liquidity.
Yeah,
Did I?
One.
Wait.
No, it was the higher one. This one never got cleaned up.
No. This one will get cleaned up. It has to. I'm not worried. There we go. Okay. Anyways.
Shit.
So there's that. Right? And now we've cleared liquidity. We've cleared this liquidity. I've got the 2 inducements right there. I have formulate the cycle, build up, inducement, and now I'll wait for a
BOS. There we go. Retest.
So it's this candle. And now on this push, what can I target? Right, that's the next question. Is like, okay, where can I look to target?
Box.
No. I wouldn't look to target anywhere higher than this point because this is my main inducement for the day. So I'm not looking to target anything realistically this high. My
So
best case
halfway.
scenario, I would probably
Halfway
just
here.
look for like where liquidity would be. So I have liquidity here that could be a target. I have liquidity here that's probably a better target. But more importantly, I have some liquidity here with an imbalance here.
Yeah.
So that's realistically, I think, would be like my best target. If you even get into this. Oof. Life's a bitch sometimes. Not into the trade, but you can see.
Yeah, he tapped up there. Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get into the trade, right? I mean, you could have taken this right off the inducements. I'm sure there's also additional confirmations that you could have taken this off. I mean, there's probably time. If I go to the 5 minute, I'm sure I would have had a perfect 5 minute. Yeah. So if we go to the 5 minute, sometimes I get a little too picky. There's your entry. On a 5 minute, it's big. Yeah. But it's a trade. It's a 3-1. Not anything I would ever take just because of how big it is. But, is what it is, right? There's that red line. The magical red line. Playing beautifully. Sorry, it should be from there. That's where the imbalance is. Right there. There's a bug on my fucking screen. Die, motherfucker. Die. Fucking bitch. Fuck. I didn't kill it. But yeah. Okay, so there's that, right? And now it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna have my push low. And now what can I do? Well, I can look to see 2 things. I can actually see these as liquidity that I'd like to see get induced. Right, so if I have liquidity up here that I'd like to get induced, I can start to go, okay, cool. Well, did I have an extreme that was never actually mitigated? I did that extreme. So here's all just a build-up. Fuck me, I guess.
Oh, we induced it that high at that.
Yeah. I didn't really do a whole lot there. I mean, you could see, like, this wasn't too, like, crazy to just pick out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades really fast throughout this day. Like, it was doable. This part didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me because after this, this is expected, but this I thought should have went a little bit higher because realistically it should have came up to at least. Did it take out the highs? Just barely. I don't know if I'd count that though. Like, whatever. I mean, you could consider this if you wanted to. There's a trade right here because you could add. Oh my god, the bug's back. Got you, bitch. Fucking cunt. Okay, internal BOS there, your pullback mitigation, you can went short. Because then you had your buildup, your inducement. This would have been area of short. Not like the best thing in the world, but you could have taken it if you really wanted to. And then when price takes a dive here, you have an opportunity. Oops, it's this candle to take it off this extreme, and you could take a long there. And then this long, you could probably just run into like liquidity or liquidity. Simple enough, right?
Yeah.
So let's see, there is this trade you could have taken. Another 3.5 R. Not my favorite with these huge stops. There's this trade you could have taken short. I didn't add in. There was this one on the 5 minute, not my favorite, not the best, but I mean that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades on Euro. Could have taken. I mean 12R, 7R, 7, so it's like 15R, 27R, 37R, 40R, about 51R, 52R in a day.
That's a lot.
And you're literally just reading 1 minute price action. So yeah, so I'm saying stuff's not like hard to do. It's just like you just got to know like what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, just gotta pay attention to all of that.
Yeah, every little movement in price you should pay attention to. It's all important in some way or another, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our information to be taken out from it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like every single little piece, like every time we have like, you know, like we can take it back to like, okay, cool. Like this immediate whipsaw action, I already know. Okay, cool. Now I can expect these lows and these highs to still get taken out. Why? Because they're not going to give retail traders a chance to put stops here or retail traders to put stops here, right? So, okay, what do we have? Whipsaw, build up, inducement, BOS, mitigation, short, into Asian midline, then test liquidity here. I'm pretty sure we just probably tested like a 5 minute something here to be mitigated. Anyways, doesn't even matter. There's a 1 minute AOI, left a huge imbalance on this inducement low. So now what? Now we build up, induce, mitigate, go. And then we can take this low point, still in this, consider this an inducement low, mitigation, go. Into the highs. Now we're in the extreme. That extreme I marked out. Fuck all ever ago, I marked out that extreme. What happens? Extreme gets tapped, short, done. And where's my target? Well, I know it's going to go under liquidity from the whipsaw. Done. There's that trade. 10R, beautiful. This is the entire range for price action that day. You literally caught the high to the low of the day.
Yeah, you gotta just wait for that trade.
Yeah, this is a Mona Lisa trade. So you take that, done, cool, sick. Okay, what's next? And it's like, and I'm not even using like the entry helper. There's probably 15 more trades I missed. But like, build up. There's your last inducement to induce the structure. Now what? Now you've got all the breakout traders doing what? Short, 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 right? And now what we've done, we've cleared stops from here. So now we just play within the rest of the day. Right now it's like, okay, cool. Now we go long. BOS. Retest. Mitigate. Gone. Form liquidity. Right? Fill this imbalance. Form liquidity. We didn't even talk about it. You could have taken the shorts here and ran the shorts to here, and then taken longs here, and then ran those back up to here, right? And then went short back again after this here, taking shorts here. And there's like 3 trades I left out just right here. There's another one. There's another one to end your day. It's like that's 54R if you're just paying attention to the 1 minute price action.
Yeah.
It's like I can just sit here and I can pick, give me any fucking day. I can do this over and over and over again. It's stupid. Even on this day, I don't even know what fucking day this is, but this is just like Asia highs protected. Cool. Reduce the low at the start of Frankfurt. And we just build up for all of it. Asia. New York trap. So that's the first inducement low. False reaction, build up. Second inducement. Third inducement induces some structure to the left, I'm sure. There's your inducement of structure. Go long into midline. Because there's liquidity here that needs to be taken. There you have an internal BOS, take the mitigation and the inducement, you can run the trade short. Like, it's just the same fucking thing every day. I mean, that's the thing, it's literally the same thing every day. It's not the same like cycle or the same trades, but it's like you're following the same like, and more or less like cycle of build up, inducement, mitigation. And like you're chilling. Like right here, okay. Push out of Tokyo to low first. That's fine. There's your extreme, mitigation, BOS, mitigate of this extreme. Remember the 5 minute extreme in here. If I remember this day, this was also let confirmations or EDMs. Go short, hold a short. I mean, this was just, this is what we call retail heaven. If you'd have just taken the trades more or less like Frankfurt or pre-London, you'd have been like just done for the rest of the day. Just hold the short trade. And then there's this day. This is this the whipsaw that I just covered? Yeah, and then there was the whipsaw, and then yeah. I mean, it's not like difficult to do this, and like you guys will catch on really fast when I explain it all to you. Like you're probably already like seeing the moves. Like, oh yeah, I can see like there's your buildup, there's your inducement, there's your mitigation. Like it's all pretty like standard, right? Like, take this day, for example. Build up. Sideways build up, right? Pure sideways. It's your first break of the lows, therefore your BOS. Look for some sort of retest into here, take the trade. There's another imbalance that's formed. Price slams lower. There's your buildup. I don't really see an inducement or mitigation you could have taken there, so you're still in the first trade. Just holding that motherfucker short, I guess, for the rest of the day. And some days, this is why I don't like trading euro, because I know some days in euro are like this, which is very one directional for the whole day. I don't like days like that because there's not that many trades you can take.
Yeah.
All right, like this one was fucking beautiful shit. There's your extreme. Gets mitigated. Done. That's it. You're good. Hold that. Swing that motherfucker. Like, I don't know. It's like a lot less to do with structure, a lot less to do with like just all the bullshit. You're literally just, okay, what is price doing in this very moment in time? That's all your focus is.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. So now it's like I can wait for this day to do what? I can wait for. There's another bug. What the fuck? Wait for my build up. My inducement. Probably just the 5 minute in here. Actually, no, it would be none of these generated lows. This is all irrelevant. It's probably something like up here. This would all be an SMT. This would all just be liquidity. We'll test the extreme of this wick because this is the only one that generated a low for structural purpose. And then that's it. A lot simpler than Phantom.
Yeah.
Not really. It's like way more advanced and complex, but like
Yeah,
you're doing it for
like once you get it, you just like you probably don't even need to mark shit out anymore. You just look and see, right?
No, I really don't. I only mark it out because it's like I have to submit it anyways.
Yeah.
So like just I don't know. It was like for me, it's like I might as well just mark it out. Like that's all now liquidity. That's liquidity. That's my smart money trap. There's my unmitigated extreme. There's my false build. This high never generated a new low, therefore it's a smart money trap. These highs never generated new lows, therefore they're non-relevant. It's just liquidity in the market to be taken. This high generated this low, therefore it's valid and relevant. There's a double bottom. Liquidity to be taken. There's liquidity. There's liquidity right there. That was already taken. That wasn't. All that was taken. This was not. If I was to take trades on this, I would go for the extreme. I'd go into lower end liquidity. And that would be my Mona Lisa. Now, of course, I still have to like monitor price at this level because this what I see as an SMT might not actually be an SMT depending on timing and other variables. If I get a cycle here, for instance, like if price just continues, let's say false build, and like we're coming into Asia here, and I get my cycle, my build up, my inducement during London Open, mitigate here. I could use this as my shorts. Just because it's an SMT doesn't mean I can't use it. I'm pretty sure we had that on GU the other day. On GU, me and Cameron thought something was going to be an SMT when it wasn't. It was like actually what we mitigated. Yeah, it was. It was GU on the 5 minute. Yeah, I'll show you. All right, so we thought this was going to be an SMT. And it wasn't. It was what we actually wanted to mitigate.
They mitigated, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, you can see the retest. Right? Ingolf and Cameron mitigated exactly to the T.
No, I mean, but like I showed you earlier on the 1 minute, we still were able to catch it, even though we thought it was an SMT to start, right? Because the bias you come into the market or whatever you come into the market with, like, it's not going to help you. what's going to help you is you reading price, right? So then it was like, okay, cool. Now we can clearly see the BOS,
Yeah.
right? Like I pointed out earlier. My God, thank you. There's my BOS. There's my
Retest.
there's my long.
Fuck, it's so clean. Wow.
3 lines in a box, bro.
It's fucking insane, dude.
Like,
Fuck. I'm just gonna
Don't
go
even need
my
that.
charge and clean it. Wipe it clean.
well, I mean, don't try to trade any of this stuff now. Like I said, well,
no, just
wait till I teach it to you. But yeah, I mean, like, start getting in the concept of like trying to identify stuff like this, right? Where
Yeah.
it's just like,
yeah,
it's
that's
just
what I'm
putting
saying.
a
Wipe
take
it
in there.
clean and fucking just try to mark it out.
Like, build up. God. Inducement 1. False reaction. So there's nothing to react off here. It would have been different if we came here, but we didn't. Right? We didn't come here. We came here. What the fuck did we react off here? Nothing. Build up 2. Inducement. BOS. Mitigation. Gone. Build up. Inducement. What did we induce? Inducement, mitigation, pullback, build up. Inducement of the lows of this low here. Inducement. What did we mitigate? Trade 2. Inducement. Build up. Mitigation. Into what? Mitigation. Into where? Mitigation. Build up. Inducement, mitigate, gone. Into where? Like you like these. We're just reading price. We're not doing anything fucking crazy here.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're here. Build up. To do what? To induce low. Why are we inducing the low on this build up? We can do what, Wilton? Induce low, which we induced all of this here. Why are we doing this? Why are we inducing all of this?
You're gonna wipe it clean.
Yeah, to get people to think we're going short when we can have a BOS. Oops, wrong candle. BOS, mitigation. Where do you want to target? Liquidity. Next. Like, it's just the fucking, you just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. Like, okay, we're up here. BOS. reduce low to go higher, mini cycle, build up, inducement, mitigation. Now that we've mitigated, we can start to go lower. Come back up for a retest of the what? Of the extreme. Do what? Go lower. How low do you want to go? How low will you let me go? Right, realistically, like I said earlier, you probably just want to target like liquidity. So liquidity 1, liquidity 2, target liquidity 2. Done. God damn it. Like, it's fucking, I'm doing this whole line, bro. Lines and boxes, that's all I need. No fibs, no fucking, like,
That's
weird
insane.
shit, no structure, no, okay, we go daily, weekly, quarterly, none of that shit. I'm just reading price. That's it.
Yeah, that's
I don't even have the timings on. Turn on the timing. I think it's 10 times easier. Like, and this trade, I lied. We're targeting here. We already covered this. We're targeting this liquidity up here. Like, it's easy. It's easy now. God, I can't believe I thought macro micro was the end all be all. I feel so stupid when I do this now. But look, I mean, macro micro was right to a degree. I mean, it's accurate, and this is why. Look at the timing. 1400.
yeah.
Oh wait, it's like, what would we have done macro micro? Short. Today's lows. Wick, long. Back into wherever the fuck. Like, yeah. I still do the same trades probably. No, not nearly like as accurate or not nearly as many, but the same premise. Trading the same time scale. Asia highs. This is your target, right? It's the Asia high range. Done.
Yeah.
So your New York move would have been like, I don't even know what microband comes here. Some sort of microband obviously comes here for New York to tap into, and then use New York ticks to the Asia highs. All the same shit, just reading price differently.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy. It's fucking easy. I know you like dollar CAD, Walton.
I haven't looked at that in a while.
Dollar CAD. Shall we do it? Do you want to? We can.
You're only trading gold and US 30 for the last 3 weeks. Only 2 pairs I've been touching.
This works on you 30.
That's the only 2 pairs I've been touching for the last 3 weeks.
This is US 30, correct?
Yeah. US 30 and gold.
Now, let me get a sense of direction into the market really fast. Okay. 5 minute. Analyze all this really fast.
Yeah, I took the longs into 35. I just took it today from 33,500 into 35.
Asia high inducement. Asia low never gets induced. I won't even bother marking that up. Here's your false build. Well, your initial false build long. There's your build up. There's your inducement. There's your first pullback. Go to the 1 minute. God, this looks fucking so gross. There's liquidity from these lows to get taken. do this on a 2-minute. Where'd my box go? Price scaling is 30, so gigantic. This one? Yes. Oh, this is my SMT. This SMT gets invalidated there. And then after the SMT gets invalidated, you run to the 5-minute. You more than likely just use your 5-minute. Not the cleanest, but can be done. Very, very messy. Build up. Oops, wrong tool. Build up, inducement, mitigation. And that's it. It's the only like decent trade I would have taken on this, minus this long here, but this you're taking on the 5-minute range, and it's just not pretty. I don't see it unless there's something on the 30-second. There probably is. US 30 might be one of the ones that you'd use the 30-second a lot for. Which I would doubt it because stock market bullshit. Some fucking stock boys love their 30-second time frame. A deeper pullback into that, yeah, and you would have induced these lows here. Inducement, mitigation. This was your buildup. Was your inducement. Take out liquidity, mitigate this 30-second extreme. Probably something cleaner on the 15-second. It's all relatively the same version of shitty. And your immediate target, liquidity. Just taking there. And then you're the same thing again. You have, that's done. You know, this huge imbalance and never ends up getting filled. That's fine because you can take this purely based on timing. There's your buildup. This probably is going to look like a huge couple 5-minute candles. The downside, buildup, vector, mitigation, inducement for this entirety of the range, and then push up. And then smart money guys would have had this as a POI. That would be a smart money trap. And then now this would have been your top end liquidity. Now you have this is lower level liquidity. You have this is going to be another SMT. Why is it an SMT? Because there's liquidity there. So everybody trading in the New York session would have had stops under.
Oh, it's just gonna wipe that out.
Yeah, so this is already smart money trap 1 that got wiped. So this would be smart money trap 2. There's liquidity. I would love to see this or this liquidity get taken. I don't think it's going to happen like now. Just looking like
London.
30s doing,
That's when
so
they usually push. London pushed low, and then New York.
I would see,
Back.
yeah, that to be kind of where you probably want to start looking. I'm sorry, it's this candle. but keep in mind there's liquidity here in the market that needs to be taken. This is also liquidity. So in reality, your best bet or my favorite bet would be that.
Lower end, yeah, 34.5. Nice. That's a 500 pip. Going back to the top liquidity to clear out.
See, this could be an AOI or an S&T. That's how I would interpret that market. But then, like, still to the downside, you have all that. Like, but it's US 30. It's not like it fucking ever goes down, right? Like,
Yeah.
the US 30, this is priced in with inflation. It might as well just keep going up forever. Like, when you have this on US 30, this is like a fucking rarity. Like, when this happens, it makes the news.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I
Like-
took long down. I took longs down here and I took
Yeah.
35.
This makes the news when this happens on US 30. Like, this is just wild shit that never happens. Because like, it's just price of inflation. It's just meant to go forever.
Yeah, it just goes up.
But yeah. And then obviously to the upside, liquidity that was already taken.
And it's gonna clear the highs. Push.
There was your BLS.
Mm.
5 minute at least. That was your 5 minute BOS. There's probably a trade you could have taken up here.
Okay, I gotta take off for like 15, 20 minutes. I don't know if you guys gonna stay here or not.
Let me just show you the trade you could have taken for the shorts.
Okay.
Tesla never generated new anything, so just don't even look at this. It's once you get your BLS here, then you could have had your build up, inducement, mitigation, and that would have been where you would have looked at taking shorts. And you could have ran the shorts all the way back down into these levels. Now I would say that's liquidity that needs to get taken in the market.
Yeah, probably gonna make it higher.
This is
than
all
that.
mitigated, but this extreme never got. Oh, that's fairly delivered price. Fairly delivered price. There's a huge imbalance here. Never got filled. Look at that candle, and then you also have liquidity here. And with tomorrow being NFP, I wouldn't be surprised if Asia and London build high, mitigate, and then go lower.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna hop off too. I'm gonna go get in the hot tub.
Okay.
All right, boss.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah.
See you.
Okay. Bye.